عندنا كتير طلبة غير مصريين بيدرسوا هنا في مصر. في منهم اللي عارف مصر كويس، في منهم اللي لسه هيتعرف عليها، في منهم اللي عاش فيها وعرفها وعرف ناسها وطبيعتها وحبها وقرر انه يكمل حياته فيها.
حديث المدارس مع رؤوف بكر.
وهو ايه اللي يخلي ناس تحب مصر والحياة في مصر وتفضل انها تعيش فيها وسط ناسها واهلها؟ عشان اجاوبك على السؤال ده صح، معانا النهارده ضيفين من الولايات المتحدة الأمريكية عشان يجاوبونا على السؤال ويكلمونا عن خبرتهم كل حاجة عاشوها في مصر.
I want to say congratulations on the success of your show. I've heard nothing but great things. So again, congratulations to you.
Thank you very much for your coming and thank you very much for this compliment.
I very much enjoy being here. I enjoy the people. I'm finding more and more things to do, places to go. There's so many things on my bucket list that I haven't seen yet that I'm excited to be here.
You've been here 7 years and you say you still haven't done everything yet?
I want to go to the White Desert, but we cannot find a good time because it's too hot or too cold.
What is something you like the best about Egypt?
Honestly, I love the people. The people are just so kind and so welcoming and so helpful.
Thank you.
Not just
I'm
because
Egyptian.
I know. But it's true. The people are very, very kind, very genuine. I also love, there's so many places to go and see and do in Egypt. Everyone just thinks of the obvious, the pyramids, but there's so many other things to go and see that I'm having a lovely time just exploring all of the different treasures that are here.
Have you been to other places apart from Cairo?
We've been to Sharm el-Sheikh. I know I'm saying it wrong.
Sharm el-Sheikh, yes.
I have that one. Dahab, another one I'm saying
Dahab,
wrong.
yes.
Luxor, I love Luxor and Aswan. Hurghada, Alexandria.
Alexandria.
Yes.
Yeah, did you
yes.
like it?
I do. It's a bit crowded, but I do love it. It's a lot of history there.
But Alexandria in winter is way better than in summer.
But the water's cold.
The what? I know you've been here for 8 years, right?
That's correct. Yeah.
When you first came here, were you planning, did you have a mind to settle here?
That's a good question. I had heard many good things about Egypt. I had studied it. And then once I got here, I did want to stay. And we are going to stay here. We are building a retirement home in, I'm going to mispronounce it, Sukna.
Sukhna.
Yes.
No,
Sukna.
again,
That one.
Sukhna.
Sukna.
Sukhna.
Sukna.
Okay.
Okay. It's the best I can do. We love it here.
You love it here?
Yeah. I have never said I want to go back to the United States. I've always been very happy here.
Did you have this in mind before you came? Or you were just trying?
Fortunately, I've been to other countries before, and I've usually liked them a lot. But when I got here, again, as you know, Karen said, I like the people, the culture, the history. It's close to a lot of things. So, you know, in an hour, 2-hour flight, I can be in Athens, I can be in Rome, I can be in different places. So this is a good place to start from.
Close in distance?
Close, yes.
How
yes.
about culture?
Culture, I didn't find it that difficult. Being from the United States, we see a lot of different cultures. So I didn't find it to be that different for me. I really did not.
Did you encounter any challenges or any difficulties that would have make you change your mind?
Besides the language?
Yes.
No.
Do you mean that Egyptian language is difficult?
To me it is, yes.
To you.
But fortunately, many people here do speak English, including you, yes. So I didn't find that to be very difficult. Transportation, food, culture, none of that was difficult at all for me.
What is something you miss from your homeland?
There's some friends that I miss, some relatives that I miss, but the actual country itself, I think Egypt has everything I want.
How exactly do you support students?
I help students who are having a difficulty learning the English language, and so I'll do different things. I can go into the classroom.
May I interrupt, please? Because of you, Liz. Why didn't you help Liz? He can't speak Arabic.
I said I help children.
Children, all right, sorry. Okay.
Yes, I do, and but it's also learning English. The students that I help speak Arabic and are trying to learn English, so I push in and help them. I might alter a test for them or help them learning their grammar, or if they need more intensive work, I can pull them out and work with them one-on-one, which I love to do because then I can focus all my attention just on the child and that child's specific need, not the whole class and what everyone needs, just that one child, which I love.
Don't you think this is a kind of a tough job?
I get it can be because I do have many students and they all have different challenges, and I try to meet the needs of each individual child. So it can be challenging, but I'm up for it. I very much love my job. I work with little ones. I do this high, and they are so loving. So loving. I get a hug every day, and I tell them I'm sad if I don't get a hug. I like the way that they are trying to learn English language, and many of them speak better than less.
Of course, everybody speaks better than us.
But but it is true. I do. The children are lovely kids, but children are children everywhere.
Yes.
I don't find the Egyptian children any different, really, from the American kids that I worked with for a few years.
You've been working in education for quite a long time now.
53 years.
53 years. That's your whole experience.
Yes.
Let's narrow it down to your experience in Egypt with Egyptian parents. How do you find Egyptian parents?
Very concerned about their child's education. In my present job, I've already met with several parents, and they want the best for their children. They're not aloof. They come to school. I've met many of the parents. They care about their their child's education.
Don't you think they are sometimes nosy or picky, or
No more than what I'm used to in the United States.
even in the United States?
Oh, yeah.
So parents are the same. Like Karen said, children are children everywhere. So
Right.
you're saying parents are parents everywhere.
That's correct.
So it's not an Egyptian thing, being
No.
nosy and
No.
giving
Not at
teachers hard times.
No.
Okay, but they
No.
give hard times sometimes.
Yes.
They do. And how do you handle this?
Well, I listen to them because, again, they have usually a legitimate concern, and we try and work through whatever problem that they have. To me, it's not a serious issue. Most of them are coming up with legitimate concerns that we need to work together.
How do you see education in Egypt? I'm not talking about schools only, education in general, even higher education as well.
My son-in-law, who is Egyptian, is getting his graduating tomorrow with an MBA, so I've been following that.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. And I think it's rigorous, the education he's gotten. I've seen what he's been doing. From that experience, I think it's a good quality education. I can't speak for all colleges or universities in Egypt, but where he has attended and what he's doing, I think it is quite rigorous.
Some students from different corners of the world seek Egypt as a study destination. They love to come and study in Egypt. And some other people do not know much about life in Egypt. How would you tell them, or what can you tell them about life in Egypt if they are concerned or not very aware of what's going on?
Find a central core group of friends who can support them and show them the beautiful part about the Egyptian culture, tell them the ins and outs of how to get around and how to use the transportation. But to become aware and just immerse themselves in the culture with the people, I think it's a wonderful opportunity for students to come here.
What do you think Egypt would have to students, foreign students who come to seek higher education in Egypt, apart from the academia and colleges? What else do you think Egypt can offer?
The culture, the people, there's so much to do here that people are not aware of. And just even the different celebrations that go on here. It's just wonderful to immerse in the family life. If you're ever invited to a family home, I would suggest to go do that. I think it's important for students to just become involved in the culture of Egypt.
You have a daughter who is married to an Egyptian guy, right?
Yes.
That's correct.
Look, honestly speaking, I'm Egyptian. My wife is Egyptian. My daughters are naturally Egyptians. And if one day an Egyptian guy proposes to one of my daughters, I would think it over and over before I accept or even reject. Not to mention how I would act if it is someone who's not from Egypt. My question is to the mother, let's say, what made you accept an Egyptian guy to marry your daughter?
I couldn't put her in better hands. He loves her and protects her, I think more so than someone else might. I believe they're made for each other because she supports him and he supports her. They've made each other better people. But I would tell you it would be okay. It's okay because he's so kind And I think he's brought up well, too, of course. He's educated. He's just a good version of the Egyptian people.
How did they meet?
They met at Hyper looking for butter and
In a mall? She
at a store.
went to the mall looking for butter, but she found a husband. That's great.
This is how it happened.
This is what happened?
Yes.
Yeah.
But he didn't understand because she said butter with a D. Because
Butter.
Americans.
That's an American pronunciation,
And
yes.
we were supposed to say butter. But that's where they met, and they exchanged phone numbers, and the
And
rest
how
is
did you feel when she came and told you, Mom, I met a guy and I gave him my real number?
At first, it was our first day here, and I was like, are you kidding? Did you give him your real number?
Sorry? You were concerned about your daughter giving him the real number.
We had just gotten here.
Ladies are ladies everywhere.
That's correct.
So you wanted her to give him a wrong number.
Well, we don't do that.
Ladies.
No, we don't do that. No. I let that one go.
Okay, no problem. All right. And
We invited him for dinner, and he did. And he was just very caring, was very polite, very,
Attitude.
had good manners. So then we went back to America, and they just stayed in contact, came back again, and she said, Mom, I love him.
just like that.
Okay.
Great.
Okay.
How long have they been married?
6 years.
Do they have kids?
We are expecting. Yes,
Good.
I'll have my first grandchild.
Good luck. Good luck with that.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, how do you feel about this experience, Grandpa? Potentially Grandpa, yes.
Yeah. Very well. We do like him. Both of them live with us. And what I like, the same thing Karen said, but I also like he's ambitious, he's hardworking. Again, he works in a good job. He goes to college at night. He does a lot of other things. He's involved with sports and keeping care of himself, and he's just a good person.
That's pretty good. What piece of advice, Dr. Laz, would you give to people or students who are seeking higher education in Egypt?
I would do my homework. I would find out as much as I could about, one, the college, but also about Egypt, because there's many, in my opinion, there's many misconceptions. Okay, everybody speaks Arabic, so if I go to college there, I would have to know Arabic, which isn't true, or all Egypt has to offer is the Nile and the pyramids, which isn't true. There's many things, as Karen said. Give it a try. There's many opportunities in America, for instance, or other countries where you take a semester abroad. Why not do that? If you have that opportunity, then I would certainly go for it.
Okay, and what do you think, based on your experience in Egypt, what do you think Egypt can offer to foreign students?
The wonderful, rich culture and tradition and history that you have to offer. And again, as I said earlier, you're so close to many other countries to visit. There's so many things to see and do here. I would certainly take advantage of those things.
When you first came here, did you feel welcomed by the
Oh,
people?
absolutely. Absolutely. They're just so nice to me. If you need anything, can I drive you here? Can I get you anything? We would go out to lunch, we'd go out to dinner.
I also wanted to include the families here are so close, and I appreciate that so much. The people here are just wonderful, so kind to us. He gets a chair at the grocery store. I love him.
Okay. What advice would you like to give to people anywhere in the world getting ready for college? Because in 2 or 3 weeks, colleges are starting.
Do your homework.
Do your homework as well. Okay.
I'm a mom.
Okay, you're sure.
Do your homework. And for the parents, let them go, let them experience. I am across an ocean from my American son, who he went to college there, and I had to let him go, but we still stay in contact.
I would like to hear a word from each of you to Egypt or Egyptians.
It has so much to offer. I would recommend anyone come to visit here, live here if they so choose, but this is a great country to come to.
Thank you for welcoming us and showing us a wonderful life that we can have, for really just for accepting us,
Okay.
as expats, just accepting us.
We are
Thank you.
very welcoming to nice people like you. اهلا وسهلا ومرحبا بكل ضيوف مصر الكرام. وزي ما بنقول في مصر، لو ما شالتكوش الارض نشيلكوا في عينينا.
حديث المدارس مع رؤوف بكر في الأوقات التالية. الحدث اليوم، رسالة لا إثارة.